All right, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing well. And we are back with some more Black Ops 7, almost at 6. Seems like they just produce these things every year. It's crazy. um so after the zombies one, I said I'll make a multiplayer and here we are. So my god. Um on the surface, I must say the multiplayer isn't bad, I guess. I don't know. In comparison to the last, it's definitely different. You can it's a noticeable difference between the play style of this Black Ops 7 and 6. It's almost like they're using a different engine. I don't know. The graphics are better for sure. It does feel smoother, but it's to me it's held back by two very distinctive choices that they made in this one. To me, people say it feels like an updated Black Ops 6. To me, it feels like an updated Black Ops 4. Um, their choice of uh aim assist reduction, and then on top of that, the hit detection feels like Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4's hit detection was very wonky, and this one's very wonky too. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the aim assist is so weird that it gives the illusion that you're not. That's I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm shooting the person dead on, and they just don't lose any health. Um, and then other times I watch people's. It's so odd. I don't know. Some of the maybe it's the guns. Like some people's guns kill you in 3 bullets. They have no recoil. They beam right on you, and here I am just like hit detection is wonky, aim assist is wonky. I mean, I don't know, but um as far as the noticeable difference, is there a noticeable difference when it comes to the big question everyone's been talking about, the big thing everyone's been talking about? Excuse me. Is the skill-based matchmaking, the open playlist versus the standard playlist. Now, I'll be honest, when I first played this game, like when I was level 1, I hopped on and ran a game. It was the sweatiest thing I think I've not ever played. Close to it though. It was very close to the super sweaty lobbies. When I was level 1, like no guns, no nothing, just super sweaty for the first, like, all the games I played in the open playlist when I first ranked up was super sweaty, to a point where I was like, all right, I just wanted to try it. I knew I was going to hop on this game for the zombies anyway. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. But then after leveling up with in the zombies, I hopped back on and I was like, let me try the standard playlist to see if I notice a difference. And in the standard playlist, it was way less chill than the open, like super chill, which made sense because I don't know, I was level 1, so I'm like, okay, cool. But it didn't make sense to me at again, because with the skill-based matchmaking, even in the older Call of Duties, my lobbies would be sweaty, like super sweaty, because they take all your data from previous games or whatever. Um, they won't sweaty at first because uh, I was kind of like, I don't know if it's pretty much taking my stats on purpose. With Black Ops 6, I just knifed a lot on my first games to see if I could notice, like if I just take my stats, could I notice like easier lobbies? And it completely worked. Like I was in lobbies with like toddlers. It was crazy. Um, but with this, I jumped into the standard and it was easier. Like, I mean, 100%. It was way easier. Not crazy, like, obviously, but the thing that made it easier, I noticed jumping into the standard playlist was, I mean, one, the enemies weren't sweaty, but two, my teammates were better. But I have noticed within the last couple of times I've played, like especially since people have been complaining and talking about how the open playlist is still skill based. Like it's no way, like the lobbies are way too sweaty. I have noticed the past couple of times that the open playlist, since I've jumped on this game in kinda, this match right here was pretty sweaty, but and I pretty much got rocked, but I just left it. I wasn't concerned about that. But they've gotten easier. I've noticed a huge change in the matchmaking in the open playlist. So they must have did some kind of update with all the I don't know why I forgot that I put that like overclock on my grenades, so if I hold it, it cooks the grenade. But yeah, they must have done a slight update because the open playlists are they're more natural feeling to me, like the old Call of Duty used to be. You know, I've gotten a couple games where we just steamrolled the enemy team, like straight just, you know, it felt like I was playing against people who were new to the game, not as good at the game. And then a couple games I had decent competition, and then other games, you know, a few games our team got straight dominated. You know, it felt like you were playing against random people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like Call of Duty's biggest problem is, especially this year with this new one, when they just now implementing this open playlist, and it was a band-aid on a bullet wound. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately this year we have, you know, way less players. So when you have less players, the game's gonna feel sweatier because the people who are deciding to stick with the game are more hardcore players. And then two, you know, I'm not like a gameplay. I don't do Call of Duty gameplays necessarily, like, you know, tips and tricks and all this other stuff. But it's so many of those channels at this point in time that everyone's just trying to emulate what they see on YouTube. So many YouTubers, you know, putting up meta builds and controller settings and aim assist settings and all this other stuff that now people aren't as casual as they used to be. Like, everyone's just better now. Before, you would have people who, you know, wouldn't even know what like, you know, tactical buttons were or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's so many people do claw, like you just watch these random people play and you're like, good lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, everyone's a pro now, almost. It feels that way anyway. So even now with the open playlists, you're not gonna run into as many, you know, new players, new feeling players that you think, because even the new players now are still Call of Duty veterans. You know, like, especially the younger crowd. You know, back in the day, you run into the younger people and they were bad at the game. You know, it used to take, you used to could really only learn by playing and getting better and putting time in it. Now you can just go on a YouTube, you know, for better or for worse, go on a YouTube channel, see all the best guns already in the game immediately. As soon as the game drops, people already know the best guns, the meta, the settings, the rotational aim assist settings, the movement settings, how to tweak your movement to move perfectly. It, you know, is now people can see all that, they get in and they're playing like they have experience already. So I think that's just an issue with Call of Duty that might never go away. And I don't know, and unless somehow they can just get to the point where they have, you know, 1 million players, you know what I'm saying, per console. You know, back in the day, before there was cross platform, you know, it would be millions of people per PlayStation. There'll be 1 million people. Xbox, there'll be a million people. PC, there'll be 1 million people. So, and then you were enclosed in a certain console atmosphere. But now, you know, with crossplay and it's just different, and I don't see that going anywhere. But yeah, the game just needs work as far as hit detection, aim assist, and hopefully we get more players on to make it feel more like it used to feel back in the day. Uh but other than that, the movement, the smoothness is all there. I mean, I really like that. Will I play this super ton? I don't know. Zombies, I'm gonna play more of a multiplayer. I don't really see myself putting a lot of time in. Maybe that'll change with some updates, but I don't know, man. But I've ranted long enough. But let me know how you guys feel about it. Man, I hope you guys have a good one, and maybe I'll see you in the game. Peace.